Hi everyone. Well, we're certainly well into the heart of the spring market now. The REIV is telling us that this coming Saturday, being the 21st of September, there's due to be around 1,100 auctions in Victoria. So it's our first Super Saturday of the spring season. It's the first we've actually had since back in late summer, early autumn, around March. It's only the third Super Saturday of 2019 so far. So it's certainly been a long time between drinks for from a buyer's perspective. The interesting thing will be that this increased number will really test the number of buyers that are actually active and out in the marketplace. We've certainly been seeing that the clearance rate has been consistently above 70% now for a number of weeks, and it will be very interesting to see what happens going forward. So the test will be, if we're still seeing the clearance rate comfortably over 70%, that there really is some strong depth to the market, and we would expect the market to continue on fairly strongly after the grand final and the school holiday period. But if it starts to drop down to the mid to high 60s, I'd still say that that's fairly favourable from a vendor's point of view, that there's still some fairly strong depth to the market. But if we do see the market start to pull back and be more around that sort of early 60s, perhaps even into the 50s, then it will be an indicator that there's really not the same level of depth, and the recovery is more likely to be fairly measured. And going forward, the conditions will be far more balanced between both vendors and from a buyer's point of view. So going by last Saturday's auction of a 2-bedroom terrace at 534 Station Street in Carlton North, there is still certainly some good depth, particularly in this inner city areas. At that auction, there was around 40 odd people in the crowd. Bidding started at around $1.2 million with a quote of 1.2 to 1.3. Once it got to 1.29, a third bidder entered the fray, and the property was declared on the market at 1.305 and then went on to sell for 1.405. So it was certainly fairly competitive in that sector. So finally, if you are a property owner, whether that be investment or a homeowner, and you're perhaps thinking of selling, I'm hosting a webinar with Stuart Weems of Pro Solution Private Clients next week. So you'll see on your screen now the details to log on to that and register, and hopefully see you there. Thanks very much.